Good afternoon, good evening. How you doing? This is HP Marlana here with your Graceful Healing Retreat message. Today we will be doing our Divine Feminine reading and live. Let me make sure I turn off all my alerts so I will not be disturbed. All right, guys, let's do this. How you guys doing? Girls, y'all, did y'all hear what I put up there? I mean, y'all got to see the short. I just thought it was so hilarious. When I heard the song, I was like, yes. Y'all got to look at that short. I thought that was so hilarious. I was having such a good time before I came live here. But it also brought to my remembrance what I wanted to discuss with you guys, which is pretty much like your expectations of what it is you want to do and how you can do that without seeming selfish or or whatever somebody wants to call you. So I'm excited to have this topic to talk to you guys about this. Hello, Miss Coleman. How you doing? I'm excited to talk about this topic today. I did come a bit early, so that's okay because I plan not to go too long, but hopefully you'll get the message a little sooner. All right, so the first message is I am doing the Divine Feminine message. So the first message that came up was justice, and we also have, so we have my aunt Brigitte, and we have Oshun that came out as well in our Divine Feminine message. We have Hestia, we have Anana, and then we have Morgan Lefe. So here, this is speaking about justice, and I honestly feel like a lot of this is justice after betrayal, right? So this is like a new beginning. This is about, honestly, what I feel here is like some payback, especially since see it here with the shadow. I also see it here with sensuality. So I feel like this is about using your power in order to grow and get what it is that you want. Then I also have here in the next pile, which is interesting because Spirit kind of broke it up for me to where I have Bridget, Hestia, which is more of that inspiration, home, and cycles all here. So this is speaking to me about balance. So this is about, okay, I can be calm and I can be the healer and I can be the homemaker and I can be the one who kind of keeps everybody together and everything flowing and just having that magic of that manifestation power in a more passive affair or in a passive way of doing things. And then it's a little more justice here. What do I need to do to, and what a part of my shadow needs to come out in order to express, justice and bring balance to a situation. So I love this. And then I also pull just to get an underground energy, just to get an under feel or foundational energy for this. I also pull an affirmation which speaks to anger as my sacred ally. I'm just saying, ladies, I mean, what does your anger look like to you? When your fire comes out, what does that look like to you, right? So, and this all speaks to me, and it's so funny because what's after this is that enlightenment and power. So these are the two energies that I'm feeling. Honestly, this is the reading here in a nutshell. If you don't want to go any further, this is the reading. This is like that anger, that fire, that passion, having that, and then this is that calm, meditative, nam yo ho renge kyo, that part of yourself that brings it to me. It's balance, and I think it's a perfect balance. And then, so I just feel like there's an end. There's been an end to a cycle here, or this is the message that's coming across here for some of you who are just kind of tired of being sick and tired. To me, the message to me here is of balance. So let's just go extra step further. I'm gonna pull the Starseed deck just to see what comes out there, and then we're going to go to each side of this message. I'm not going to go into all 6 of these, but we will have 2 sides of this, which will speak more to your shadow balance making side, or your balance, depend upon what energy you're in the most. I would say predominantly feminines have been taught to be more in this passive energy of being inspired in the homemaker and kind of making everything right and being the passive aggressive type person or what have you, when there's another side of you that's a little more assertive, that's speaking to justice, that's speaking to balance, that's speaking to, again, stepping forward in your beautiful sensuality, but also bringing forth balance within that shadow. So it's not about being one-sided, it's about both sides of you coming out. So how many of you are fighting Don't get me started, y'all. How many of y'all fighting y'all shadow side trying to keep it down? And then you sit there and dishonor your shadow side by saying, oh, that's not me. I'm sorry that came out in this moment. Oh, I apologize. That's not me. Y'all don't play with me. We're not playing tonight, okay? We're not going to play like that is, the better side, the meek side. We're not doing that. I believe balance is the side that wins over all, right? So a lot of times your anger comes up, and we're going to just talk about this. Sometimes your anger comes up because it's been held down for so long and because it's been dishonored for so long, and now it's time for it to let loose, right? So I love the message that's coming out. The Star Seeds deck. We have the Star Seeds. In case you're interested in any of the decks that I have, a lot of them are down below. You can click on one of the links and Google any of them on Amazon and you can find that. But so this is about learning how to be human in this world, but not of this world. So the messages here, I love this because this is about letting you know your individuality, your uniqueness, your power, how you came here, why you came here, and the reason for the season, right? We also have the child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So this is like you coming down to earth, right, with this universal power. So this is like this earth school you, and this is the whole you of this universal being. Look at that. How beautiful is that? With the universe lying within you, so you're limitless, right? So this is your connection to source. This is that divine loving feeling that I tell you guys I feel when I connect to source, when I'm getting messages, channel messages and all of that, which, makes me put in this plug for you. Please make sure you definitely plug into source at all times. This is all about you. This is not about me. This is not about anybody else. This whole life you're going through right now is for your own purpose, your own sense of knowing, for you to really honor who you are and your journey. So your journey is about you. It's not about anybody else but you. So when you start pointing your finger at somebody else, I like that saying, when you start pointing your finger at someone, there's three other fingers pointing back at you. This is that saying. So this is about what do you need to do to become more balanced and therefore allow more balanced relationships in your life. And even if it's not allowing it in a passive way, it's basically setting boundaries and being a little more assertive and saying, look, this is the life I'm going to live in this way, right? I'm not going to allow you to do that. We are going to be balanced. We are going to be spiritually sound, whatever you want to say. But whatever it won't be is imbalanced, right? So let's go ahead and get started with the side of balance and that shadow work, that sensuality of Oshun. So we have Ma'at, Oshun, and Anna. Y'all heard me pause there for a minute. Yes, you heard me pause there for a minute. All right, so let's go ahead and look in deeper into each one of these. So Spirit is saying that we need to listen to the messages within our anger and use it as a positive force for good. This also is an affirmation, by the way. So I will say it one more time for those of you who want to repeat it. I listen to the messages within my anger and use it as a positive force for my good, okay? So let's just go a little deeper. Okay. Energy. So, interesting. I said energy, but this is the energy of being trapped in fear here. So for some of you, it's kind of difficult to let loose and allow your shadow side to bring forth balance even. Let me see what else wants to come out here. Yeah, some of you are stuck in Oh, Lord. Come on now. Okay, so we have literally, what's going on? It's like we have 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords here with the Devil. Why? Right? Okay. But what I love about this is the foundation of your reading, like I said, is also part of your foundation is also this death and rebirth. So this is allowing you to know, hopefully this is bringing some encouragement to some of you that hopefully you're leaving this behind, this feeling of being stuck, this feeling of being betrayed, this feeling, and like I said, betrayal was a part of your foundational energy as well. So this is hopefully I'm trying to fill out this energy and why you're feeling this way right now, because this is the energy that needs to be released, right? What I do want to tell many of you is this. If it wasn't for being trapped and this heartache and loss and this feeling, I'm hearing redemption here. Spirit just dropped on my heart, redemption. Wow. So this is spirit is allowing you to be redeemed from all of this. Like you can allow you to be redeemed from all of this. Ooh, okay. Let's do it, y'all. All right, we're starting off a bit deep here. Hold up now. Hold up there now. Hold up. What's going on here? Yes. Okay. Like I said, I love this. And then we have the world here. This is your destiny. This is what it's about. This is that earth school mentality again that's coming out here. It is your destiny to have gone through this. So many of you are feeling a sense of regret, feeling stuck. And some old energies. I feel like this is old energies. But okay, let me tell you this. I feel like this is old energies. This is something that happened before, but this is a pattern that keeps reoccurring. Un momento, mommy. Hold up. Un momento. But this is a pattern that keeps going down, though. Like, this is something that keeps coming out. Wow. And then we have soulmate here. So many of you, let me just break this down real quick. And I kind of want to go one step further just so I can just give you the storyline and just break it down so it's forever broke. Okay, here go my love Joan, my love Joan puns. Hold up. So it will be forever broke. Okay. Did I say that right, y'all? Did I say that right for some of y'all Love Joan fans? Hello, Rose Quartz. How you doing? So it will be forever broke. Okay. Okay, so like I said, I feel like these are old memories. I really do. This is just confirmation here. What also came out with the Romance Oracle deck here is just letting you know to make the effort. There's some chemistry. There's new blood coming into being here. So many of you are still stuck in a previous energy, an energy you had to go through in order to move closer to your destiny. I always say, challenges help you realize who you really are. Many times it's so interesting. If you think back to when you were younger, you may say, somebody might ask you where you want to go on a date. And you'd be like, oh, I don't know, whatever you want. Well, what do you like to do? Whatever you like. I'm about to go. Y'all see where I'm about to go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all remember Coming to America? Yes. Whatever you like. Well, what is it that you enjoy? Whatever you like. It's this energy of not knowing who you are and what you want in your life, all because seriously, you don't really know who you are, right? So you're allowing somebody else to take the lead. Then when they take you to McDonald's, you pissed. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Then you mad when they take you to McDonald's. So now I do see new blood coming in, which may be more closer to your destiny, but many of you are still hung up on the past, repeating repetitive cycles that you've been in of heartbreak, loss, and addictions. And that's where you've been stuck for some time now. I kind of want to just go there one more again. Y'all heard me right. I said it on purpose. One more again. I do know how to talk, but one more again. Okay. So let's just go back to the past energy here, because I feel like there's something you need advice here regarding that. But what I want to tell you, okay. So some of you, this may have had to do with a marriage. So if it's 3 of Swords and it had to do with a marriage, some of you may have been on one side of the coin. Some of you may have been on the other side of the coin. And then we have here, but it was true love, right? So this situation involves marriage. It was a romance of a lifetime. Let's go a little deeper. Just one more again. What was the lesson you were supposed to learn? So let's just ask Spirit, what was the lesson you were supposed to learn in that situation? Ooh. Okay, easy enough. Sometimes I think these readings are supposed to be real long and it's going to take a while for me to get what I need. But a lot of times it's very easy. It's just very simple. One of the things you were supposed to realize is that you need to slow down. Okay, so many of us jump into all kinds of situations for reasons that today you may realize may not have been for the right reasons, right? So when you're excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold naturally. So, okay, so Divine Feminines, right? We have this energy of our time is running out, especially as you get a little into your more wiser times of your life, the wisest the wisest times in your life, when you're really wise, which comes from experience, which comes from going through the BS, which come through the green stage of just not knowing enough and people getting over on you. You know, this is that stage as you get a little older and grow closer to becoming an elder. You obtain all this wisdom through all the BS that you've gone through, right? So you may tell some people, even now, some of your younger ones, your children, grandchildren, you may tell them, look, un momento, mommy, take your time, get to know someone a little better. What is it that you're really looking for out of this person? Why are you in such a rush? What is it that you're lacking that you're looking for in this other person? What is it that they're lacking to where they feel like they need to belittle you and make sure you remain small? You know, what is it, you know, when you start to see these things unfolding and unpacking, I mean, tell me, and if you're not here, definitely leave it in the comments below. But for some of you who are here live, tell me some of the moments where you wished you would have slowed down, where you wished that if I listen to somebody, and I don't even go there too much because a lot of times some of us got to go through it for ourselves, but you may have noticed some red flags. You may have noticed some things that were a little off kilter and you went with it anyway. I'm not even going to go into, because you know I could take it to the next step. So how many of you felt, you know, regardless if you had facts and figures and all of that, how many of you felt that something was off with this person or off with the relationship or even off within you and ignored it? So I would love to hear your perspective there. But let's just go back here. So some of you may have married your true love. You may have married your high school sweetheart. You may have married or been in a committed relationship with someone for years to where it should have been a marriage, but it wasn't. But it acted like, it looked like, it walked like a duck. I'm just saying, okay? It talked like one, but you wish you would have slowed down. So let me just make it clear. Spirit is saying the advice to you through all of that you went through this heartache that you went through this, was all to learn how to let things unfold naturally and see things for what they really were. You may have been stuck in a situation for a long period of time. Let's see what additional advice or lessons you should have learned through that process. So let's just ask, what additional lessons should you have learned back then? I just heard speaking up for yourself. I'm okay. I'm about to pull out another deck here. I'm about to pull out the chakra deck here. What additional lessons should you have learned by going through that stuck phase with a true love, you know, whether it be, you know, the one that ended up being with you, for you, or whatever? Because another thing they just brought to my attention, they're making it clear. Remember, even though they were true love, doesn't mean they had to be with you forever. Just because they weren't with you forever or they were there for a season doesn't mean it wasn't true love. It was true love, right? Even if you got married and it didn't work out, it was meant to be, right? So the question is, what did you learn from the marriage or the true loves that were in your life that may have led to a heartache, that may have left you trapped in fear, that may have had you in repetitive cycles that you wanted to? Let's see what you learned. What you should have learned. And for some of you, again, leave your comments here if you feel like, you know, what you feel like you should have learned. But let me help you for some of you who didn't realize, really. Wow. Okay, so Spirit said you should have learned to speak up for yourself. Self-expression. This is about vocalizing your individual, knowing your beliefs, being assertive, allowing your inner voice to be heard. So you should have learned that. And so if these are some things you haven't learned yet, these may be some things you need to work on. We also have love here. Okay, so you were in this true love situation. You were learning about love, kindness, benevolence. You were learning about sharing and receiving. Y'all like that, right? Sharing and receiving. So did you learn how to share, give, or did you learn how to receive, or did you learn both? Balanced. Did you learn how to be both balanced, share and receive? Okay. Then we also have here faith, right? Faith, that's your knowing, you know, not walking by sight, but walking by your understanding, your knowing. Faith is a spiritual component to any relationship, right? This is about the support. This is about hope. This is about spirituality. So this is what you were supposed to learn while you were in those phases. So let's take it another step further. So while you were all up in this right here, while you were up in this here, let me show you. While you were here, this is what you were supposed to learn. Okay. Why you all up in here and it didn't work out? This is what you were supposed to learn. So I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again, but I feel like I'm being told to repeat myself. So therefore, somebody still needs to get it because ultimately it led to your destiny. Ultimately, it led to your will of fortune. So let's go back. We're going back here to justice, right? So you were supposed to learn how to slow down and see things for what they really were. It was about slowing down, and what else you were supposed to learn? Let's see. You were supposed to learn about your emotions. I really feel this energy of this dance of back and forth, what you need, giving and receiving. I do feel that energy there. So there was quite a few things you were supposed to learn. Let's see if anything else comes up that you were supposed to learn. Insight, I love it. And forgiveness. Ooh, oh. So, my divine feminines. Okay, so while we're looking at this energy of justice and looking at that shout into this energy of balance, that meek and mild and this assertive side, this other side of you, you were supposed to learn insight and balance, insight and forgiveness. So now you're in a different phase. Perhaps some of you are in a different phase. You've left that phase of heartache and feeling trapped and addictions and just going back into the same toxic cycle over and over again to learning insights. You learned how to see things clearly from a different perspective. You have woke. You're woke. You've awakened. And you're now more aware. You're now self-evaluating. So like I said in the beginning, you might have been like, oh, I don't know what I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whatever you like, whatever you like. And now you're self-evaluating and you're trying to identify who it is that you are so you can be what you want, so you would know what you want. Somebody asks you again where you want to go. You like, look, I like this. Oh, I can't take you here. No, I don't do that. But I get it if you don't want to do it. I'll go myself. You go there, I'm going to go here. Okay? All right? And then you had to learn forgiveness. So with heartache comes forgiveness, right? So I always trust and believe. I always knew that, many times when we go through a lot of hard times, sometimes you don't realize it, but many times it may take you some time to realize that you've gone through this level of heartache, this imbalance, this other side of you, the addictions, whatever it was, in order to come through and grow wiser and also forgive. So now you're learning how to let go. You're now learning how to heal. You're learning about compassion and you're growing, right? So that's the next step. So that's the next lesson that you were supposed to learn. Is there a final message in regards to another message you were supposed to learn in regards to this whole true love, marriage, whatever it is? Throat chakra's coming out. Throat chakra's coming out. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, I love it. We have self-esteem. So you were supposed to learn how to open your mouth. Come on now. And then you're supposed to learn confidence, self-love, self-worth, self-pride. Pride in yourself. That's beautiful. But you're also supposed to learn self-control, expression, assertiveness, direction. What direction you want to go in. So, and vocalizing that. What is your will? Right, for your life. So I love this. Let me see what's under here. I want to see what else. They're also talking about your pleasures and your desires. We talked about that in the last reading. So definitely go to the last reading to learn more about pleasures, because we definitely had that. That's the energy we just came through with this cycle. So if you need to learn about that, definitely go back to that reading. But yes, grounding yourself. You're learning about your emotions. A lot of this is, but I love how a lot of this is throat chakra energy and third eye energy. I love it. I mean, still with love and confidence, but you learned a lot. So I love this. Okay, so let's keep going. So that's what you were supposed to learn through this process. So again, this is that past energy that led you to your destiny. So, whoo! All right, let's break that down, shut it down. I think that's forever broke. Okay, we broke that down. Okay. So now some of you have your soulmates coming in. You're now moving closer to your destiny, and you've learned how to let things unfold naturally, okay? I kind of want to go into this slow down and this unfolding naturally because I feel like there's a message in this alone. Because what I'm feeling, let me just tell you what I'm feeling because I just keep looking at this and I'm like, okay, they want me to say more. So the channel message that I'm receiving really speaks to you moving forward without I feel like they're telling me something, but it's not making sense to me. But it's moving forward. What they're saying is it's moving forward without hesitation. This is like following your knowing and all that, moving forward regardless without hesitation, knowing that you'll be good. Like, this is about not believing in the construct that's been created. Oh, okay, well, if you don't have children by this date, or if you don't get married by this time, and it's so interesting because only the feminines have that to really tend with, right? They're the only ones who really, I mean, and I'm saying separate from those people who, for one reason chose to or not or whatever, made other decisions. But what I'm talking about is the divine feminine, the feminine, those who are constantly beat over their head. You're not married yet. You're single. You're that. You're this. You don't have kids yet. You don't have that. And then because I know I've been around people like this all my life who always been to the fact of, oh, okay, they're always like, okay, look, okay, if I meet this person today, and if it works out, I gotta give it like 2 years before they propose. Or I'm gonna give them a year this time before they propose. And then, I can have children after that. So you have this whole timeline, established for your life. And then when it doesn't happen by 28, 29, 30, 35, 40, 45, you're like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. You feel less than. You feel like it, and you're getting angry and you're getting resentful and even belittling yourself. You may be dishonoring yourself. You may be dishonoring your journey. You may be just losing faith is all, right? You're losing faith. Again, this energy here of slowing down. And Spirit is saying to move forward without all of that in your mind, right? That's not necessary. Like that, they're saying is disruption, chatter in your mind that's stopping you from being everything you want to be. It's like because you're concentrating on that, and because they're actually saying, and because you're concentrating on that timeline, that's what's limiting you. That's what's keeping you confined because you are concentrating. That's where your energy is going. So, when it comes to manifestation, you say what it is you want. If you're constantly complaining about what you don't have or where you haven't been or where you haven't, or I haven't gotten a ring yet, or I haven't got married yet, or I haven't kids yet, I haven't had. If you're constantly concentrating on that, that's what you're manifesting. You're constantly manifesting it. So and which is why it's weird because most people say, it's so interesting in my life, I can tell you. So many times where I've concentrated on something and I just totally changed my concentration on something else. Then whatever it was I was concentrating on before comes crawling behind while you're faced a whole nother direction because you're no longer concentrating on what your lack or what you don't have. You're not concentrating on the future, on your future, what you want, your destiny, what you desire. So now you're creating this whole new life, and now what you no longer were complaining about is now just walking into the palm of your hand. Now it's so easily coming to you. You're like, how? That's the power of manifestation. Unconscious manifestation. Now, how can you be conscious about it, right? So again, slowing down. Any other messages Spirit wants you to know about this slowing down? Taking some time to allow things to unfold naturally. I'm seeing this energy of being rushed, rushing someone to marry you, rushing someone to, even in relationship, rushing the expectations, or not even setting it's like just rushing. Your expectations are way ahead of the other person and all of that. So it's about remaining balanced with that person. And if you can't be balanced with that person and you're far ahead, you already lost. If you can't be with that person, again, you've already lost. That's not where you want to be. It's just not the right timing for you, whatever. But what you don't realize is sometimes when you voice, hopefully if you've learned by now, especially learned part of this balancing act, voicing what you need, then, or your concerns, then a lot of times things will go a little different. But it's all in how you voice it, right? So that's that. So slowing down. So hopefully these are all the things that you learned. Dang, 30 minutes later. All right. Whew, let's go into this other side. So the heartbreak led you to your destiny. You're at a point in your life now where you realize that you're wiser and that this was a learning opportunity. And now you're moving closer to a soulmate. And now you're realizing that you need to let things unfold naturally. You're learning about forgiveness, all of that. So let's go to the next message. Wow. I mean, that was quite a bit. I feel like that was a lot. Uh-huh. All right, guys. So, um, and then Spirit just completes that message with your thoughts create reality. Your thoughts create your reality. Okay. So that's important. So let's go to the next message here. So we have justice. We're working on our sensuality and our shadow side. So now you're inspired here. But what, for those of you who are already there, who already know about justice and balancing act, this is that other side, that meek and mild side, being inspired. Let's see what's coming up for us with this, please. We have an enlightenment is your power. So we already have this message in your affirmation for this energy. I am a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. And then we also have stay open-minded. So many of you may want to shut down after you've gone through all that. After you've gone through some of these hard times, after you've gone through betrayal, after you've gone through, you're ending that cycle. But after you've gone through that, for some reason, it's hard to remain faithful, or hard to remain open-minded, or hard to remain open, keeping your heart open, right? Sometimes it's difficult to remain open. Hey, Ray. You know, so now what? So you're being inspired. Let's go. Let's go. You're being inspired. Let's see what messages are coming up. Yes, the universe is inspiring you. So this is the universal creator kind of bringing to you messages. What is the universe bringing to us here? Bringing you confidence. What is the universal creator bringing us? Fire, passion, love, harmony, choices, options. Yeah. And it's so interesting. And then we also have here emotional loss, sadness. So as we go through and we're inspired, again, a lot of this comes out of your sadness. Where do you go next? So this is when you turn to the universe. The universe then gives you what you are looking for or need at that time because you're asking for it. So now you have more options here. Spirit is actually telling you to stand your ground in what you believe in. Some of you may be thinking about emotional loss as it pertains to the past again. And then we have positive movement forward. And we also have signs that are coming from the universe, your third eye. The universe is sending you information or sending you messages about the fact that you're positively moving forward after being trapped in fear, after being trapped in a relationship, after being trapped. I just keep hearing trapped. And we have the third, and then we have the throat chakra here again. So again, you're being inspired. You are getting, I just heard epiphanies. Okay. Oh, you're getting epiphanies about some situation perhaps that became so discontent and bored. You became so discontent and bored in that situation. But now you're gaining new harvest. This is money. This is financial gain. So again, like I said, all of this is about balance. What is it that you gain by going through what you went through? Because the universe is sending you something new. And for some reason, some of you are still in this energy of loss. Let me just get some advice around this, because if you're not open-minded, you could, sink pretty deep in this loss here. So let's just see what the advice is here regarding this feeling of loss. What you should do as it pertains to love. If you're still in this stage of emotional loss, the advice here is make the effort. Wow. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Like, I really feel in this energy of being closed off. You've gone through all the hurt and pain. Many of you are waiting for justice. Some of you still have some shadow energy to kind of pull up and enjoy, um, to kind of pull up so you can kind of balance out your energy. Because I feel like many of you may still be in a place of anger or resentment. But Spirit's asking you to make the effort. Okay. What else Spirit asking us to do? Because there's so basically what I'm seeing here, there's cycles in your life. I keep seeing these cycles here. Look at that. And then the same cycle that's there is here as well. This is just showing you that this was a part of the plan. It's a cycle. It's part of the plan. Unhappiness was part of the plan. Maybe loss was part of the plan. But upright, it is also part of the plan for you to be happy and for you to have achievements, for you to actually make things happen, for you to have money and love, you know. So I'm not sure where you are in this journey. So I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna feel like I'm about to go out, like I'm about to leave a church sermon, but I'm not sure where you are today. But if you need a moment of prayer, come on down to the well, no, I'm not sure where you are as it pertains to where you are in your life right now. I do see a lot of this 4 cups energy, which really speaks to being discontent, just kind of giving up. The boredom coming from the cycles, the ongoing. I just feel like some of you are still going through patterns you have not broken yet. And you may be looking for someone else to break this pattern, but it's up to you to break this pattern. People are only going to do what you allow them to do. And you're allowing it. So you're allowing yourself to go back into these cycles. You have to break this cycle. You have to realize, you know what? I'm in a new cycle now. You can't remain young forever. You're not going to be old forever. You're not going to be middle-aged forever. You had to go through all these cycles. And that sometimes it got to come to an end. How many of you have wasted a whole cycle of your life on the wrong person or on the wrong mindset? And you can either grow, right? Let me get you some advice for some of you who are still stuck in these cycles. What is the advice for those people who are still stuck in a cycle and really needs to make the effort and stay open-minded? What is the advice? I just heard remove the guilt. Inspiring others. So I love this message because both of these messages, I think, helps you to assist. Through other people, you can find your own strength a lot of the times. Express your feelings. Here we go again. This is a part of making the effort here. Some of you may need to talk to other people about what you're going through. And many times you'll realize that a lot of people have gone through what you've gone through. Your story does count, you know. Spirit is saying also love is your energy. So stay open-minded, inspire others, and express your feelings. I feel like I've been talking the whole time like we're in Mercury retrograde or something. I'm just saying, are we? Can somebody let me know? Are we? Please tell me. You know, because I'm just telling you, I kind of feel like we might be. Because I've been talking like, saying the wrong words, stuttering. Yes, guys. So, all right. So let me just look from a love perspective right now. Like I said, we've gotten good advice here regarding love. Let's just see if there are any further messages Spirit want us to have in regards to this reading. Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. Thank you for the messages. What additional advice do you have for? So this was for oh wow. For some of you, I was just about to say, for some of you who came a little late, I have 2 piles. One divine feminine pile that spoke to justice with Ma'at, Oshun, and Inanna, and that spoke to your sensuality, justice, and your shadow side. So definitely go back to the beginning and read what that and listen to what that was about. And then the other side was speaking to Brigitte, which speaks to inspiration, you know, heart and home and just that homemaker lifestyle and cycles in your life. So I went through both of those piles, and then I'm just giving advice here again, and justice comes out again. That's why I said that again. Because we got justice again, guys. Look at that. Again, this is time. Fight for the justice and equality. Favors, ruling made in your favor. Don't give up. Let me just go into that a little bit because justice is coming out again. Let me just ask specifically what you should look forward to in regards to justice at this time. If there's anything that's coming up perhaps this week that you should look into here. And I'm seeing money in reverse. So I feel like contracts. This specifically speaks to contracts, speaks to education, learning lessons, all of that. It speaks to a lot actually, but this is earth energy and it was in reverse. So I feel like this is someone who may have taken from you something, some type of, I just feel like something being unfair being righted. So you have justice coming in for something that was unfairly done to you. Something tangible that perhaps was taken from you. This may have closed your heart off as well because we also have 9 of Wands here also. 9 of Fire, which really speaks to being protected here, protecting yourself, your heart, and kind of having your defenses up. So you may have your defenses up over something that has not been given to you. This may have been money. Like I said, this could be, you know, somebody just not doing you right. A company, any of that. I don't know why I'm hearing taxes. I'm hearing all of that. And then we're seeing that being righted here. So that's what's being balanced out. Underneath the deck, we also have Father energy here too. So because I'm nosy, I'm going to take it an extra step further. We have a Father energy here. So what do we need to know about this Father energy and justice? I feel like that also represents the masculine energy of taking. So there may have been some energy around you. Again, corporate, whatever. Yeah, then we have 10 of Cups here in reverse. And then we have King of Cups. So it's interesting that this father figure comes up as a 10 of Cups in reverse. So this may have been someone you were dealing with, someone who didn't marry you, someone who you were married to and it didn't work out. Being righted, and maybe this person coming back to you in a more understanding, someone interesting, because we also have the Hermit that came up too. Someone who's been contemplating, someone who's been thinking about you, who is now who's perhaps changed in some way, right? But I do want to say whoever this was took from you. There was drama, someone who was stuck. So this might be being righted as well, because we have the Crossroads in reverse here next to drama. We have the Knight of Swords here in reverse, and then we have the Hermit here and the 10 of Pentacles here in reverse, and then we have, like I said, this King of Cups and 10 of Cups in reverse. So whoever this was, I just see justice coming in regards to this, because I really feel like whoever this was not right, you know, didn't do you right. And they may be coming in with a different perspective. Let me just, someone who's been contemplating, who might even understand things a little differently, they may not even come in. So let me just ask the question, are they coming in, or is this just standing your ground in regards to this? Is this coming in or just standing your ground? Y'all, let me tell you how, I mean, I just really have this song in my head. I just really do. Hold on. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, this is like, again, because this is the choose wisely, move on. Wow. Choose wisely, move on. It's time for it to go. Somebody's had you sitting. And you've been patient. You've become emotionally withdrawn. Patient and solitude. Sit there and just, yeah. You're moving on from this. So that's the balance here. So this person may not come back in to apologize, say boo-hoo, spit to you. But, whew, but you will be moving on. That's your justice. I love it. I'm sorry, y'all. This is your justice, being able to move on. Okay. So, and this may, yeah. I just want to show y'all that. So, your justice, even though they may have caused this, your justice is straight up moving on. For some of y'all who don't believe what I'm saying, I'm just letting y'all know that's what came out. Like to hear, here you go. So the advice there is enlightening your power. Hopefully, you guys heard this affirmation. I'll say it one more time. We had 2 affirmations. I'm a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. Okay? I am a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. Okay? I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I feel like it was an amazing message here. And I hopefully you got a lot out of it. I do feel like it was all over the place, but I do feel like it happened the way it was supposed to. So, and I don't feel like I'm just supposed to leave y'all. Like, I don't know if I want to leave y'all just yet, but I kind of feel like it's time for me to leave y'all. I think it's time for me to go. All right, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. I would love to hear your comments below and how this made sense to you or didn't. Either way, do whatever you do. Enjoy it. I love you guys. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see more day-to-day banter or just what I'm feeling and, you know, stories and stuff like that of like more my everyday life plus, you know, some of the things that are going on and some really fun reposts of other stuff. All right, guys. I think that's it. I love you guys. Blessing, love, and light. Deuces.